Hello, welcome to Soul Steps. Did you miss me? Admit it, you miss me. Well, guess what? I missed me too. It has been cold, and let's see, my last outdoor Soul Steps before today was in Philadelphia, the most glorious walk that I've had in a long ever. It was super great. And it was so good. The next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to just walk inside on a treadmill because they make those and they're at hotels. And that was cool. Then I got back home. I was like, you know what? I've got a stationary bike. And that's also exercise. So I did Soul Cycle for a while. And then I started back doing high intensity interval training circuits with my fitness group Eager to Motivate, E2M, because I need to get strong and build muscle. And Soul Steps does not build muscle alone. My legs are getting nice and toned, but little bitty T-Rex arms, not so much. So I started doing that, and it was just cold outside. Also, kind of a disincentive. So I have still been getting in exercise. Soul Cycle, Soul Circuit. It could be, well, Soul Cycle's already been trademarked, but Soul Circuit, that could be a thing. And then I got a walking pad that my friend was selling. And I had put that in my office. And one day I used the walking pad. I was like, this is a great option. It was raining outside. Now, you know, I've done Soul Steps in the rain. I'm not afraid of the weather. But also, I have a walking pad now. So I use the walking pad, and that's what I've been doing. I've had a lot going on with my mom. She got another bed sore, which is a complication of an effective repositioning plan at the facility where she is cared for. That did not make me happy at all. It's caused a lot of distress, a lot of stress, concern, anxiety, fear, a lot of feelings. So I've been dealing with that. Some parenting challenges with one of my children. I ain't gonna put them on blast, but I got 3 sons, so you could sort of maybe try to figure that one out. Anyhow, so I was dealing with that, had to lock in. Sometimes you gotta lock in as a parent. You know, your kids get older, you think, they pretty much good, getting good grades or doing all right. But when you look into their eyes and you don't like what you see, you gotta lock in, figure out what's going on. So I had to do that. And I have another big move. I make money moves. I think that's Cardi B. Anyhow, I'm making money moves. Super terrifying, stressful. Had to move my money around and make the money moves. Where the money reside, where the money reside. All that, okay? So super stress off of that because I have financial trauma. So it's like super triggering anytime money got to go anywhere. I got to think about it. And definitely if I'm expending it. So I take now Lord, I know you want me to take a 6-month vow, but I kind of only want to take a 3-month vow. So it's going to be either a 3 or a 6. We'll see what the Lord does in prayer time. But it's going to be either a 3 or a 6-month financial chastity vow about not purchasing anything that's not essential. So all my little nighttime discoveries that the algorithm brings me, all my little, wouldn't it be nice to have a XYZ, all my little, I deserve this because I worked so hard. Yeah, it's taking too much of my money out of my hands, and it's not great. I mean, it's okay, but it definitely got out of control. So you know, had to put the squash on that because of my money move situation. And so I've been disclosing that to people because I need accountability. And let me tell you, the whole first day, I was with my friend who went to a museum exhibit. And you know how in the museum you walk out past all the shops and stuff? And museums have the cutest stuff. They got the nice cards. They have nice little trinkets. This stuff that smells good, looks like it's make you happy. So let me tell you, she must have seen it look in my eyeballs. She was like, so this financial chastity vow, does that like apply to museums? Because you looking like you about to spend some money. And I was like, you know what? Instant regret. I instantly regret telling you this. But that's the accountability that I needed. I walked on out of there. And you know, the algorithm teasing me and stuff. I'm like, scroll. Because you know what? I have so many things I don't need. Not one more thing in my life right now. In fact, I need to purge. Need to purge some clothes. Need to purge. Look, the Lord got my shoes falling apart. I had these black Uggs for eons. Wore 'em. Don't you know the sole just completely fell apart? Yeah, so I need to purge. So, anyhow, I've been sharing a few things. I joined Substack. You can read some of my writings because I like soul stuff. So don't get me wrong. I'm here with you. And I really prefer writing. It's like a better medium for me. So, you know, and I was like writing in my private Facebook. But, you know, I want to get the word out more broadly, make it more public. So I joined Substack. You can follow me there. My handle is Glenda Wren Gordon. So I've been writing about, you know, my grief journey, about how I'm handling, you know, the dumpster fire situation. Thought somebody was following me. You gotta stay ready. It was a squirrel. I don't like the way squirrels sound, by the way. I can't be trusted. Anyhow, so, you know, the world is going through a whole lot of changes right now. There's protests in the streets. There's, you know, our country is sort of like making decisions that are changing the way that people see us in the world. And you can get really consumed by the spirit of despair in situations like that. I refuse. So I'm going to museums, seeing pretty stuff. I'm about to go make me a baby blanket when I get home, which is another problem because I'm like, I have this vow, this chastity vow, and it's like I need size 10 knitting needles. And I know I have a pair because I've made this blanket twice now. But do I know where those knitting needles are? No, I do not. And what would the previous me do? Go ahead to a store and get me some new knitting needles. They're like just a couple dollars, you know? But I made a vow before the Lord. So I'm gonna have to be a freegan on it. I saw that word from my friend. She makes up the great neologisms. So good. Anyway, so I might have to freaking my way into some knitting needles because I know there's some knitters out there in my neighborhood that have some size 10 needles. Or I could just go through all my bags of knitting projects and find the size 10 needles. And I probably have 2 pair. I know I have a size 11 and I really think size 11 would work as well. But I need to cast on because I thought this baby was coming in March. And child, the baby here already. Baby's due date was February 2nd. I don't know why I thought baby was due in March. But, and this chalice blanket is a bit of a challenge. First one I made, I gave to a friend. And let's just say it wasn't my best work. I definitely messed up a part. But the pattern of the yarn was like multicolored. So I don't think you could tell that much. But it wasn't like my best work. But it was the best I could do at the time. And then the second one I made for my baby, and that turned out really cute. To this day, it's really cute. So I should be able to make this one without mistakes, and I don't know how long it's going to take me. Just hope the baby, the blanket is such that the baby can still play with it, till for a while. Even Josiah will still grab his blanket. So I don't know how. Because of the knitting needles. I'm like, how did I get on there? The train is losing the station. It's been a while since my train left the tracks, but yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk with you guys about that I've been writing about is how, so I'm on a Daniel fast. I did not plan to do the Daniel fast. Did not really want to do the Daniel fast, but the Lord sort of kind of made it clear that I was getting called to a fast. And since I can hear him now, I can't ignore. So I'm like, all right. Just like that 6 months chastity vow that I'm not trying to take. Keep can we do 3 months? Anyhow, so doing the Daniel fast, modified Daniel fast. So basically I'm just abstaining from meat. I'm still doing dairy. I think the stringent Daniel fast is just pretty much fruits and nuts, fruits and berries, vegetables, legumes, I think are allowed, but not dairy. I'm staying away from dairy, but eggs, still doing eggs, and a little bit of cheese, but not too much. Kind of mostly cutting out the cheese. And Ramadan is coming up, so I was planning to observe the fast of the Ramadan fast with my son, who's Muslim now, and because it starts while we're going to be on a family vacation. I didn't want to make it weird for him to be like the only one fasting during the day time and on vacation and everything. So I'm gonna I'll bring me some dates, and then we come back on a Friday. So I'm gonna find like some Ethiopian dish and make iftar dinner. Because I'm trying to do cultural exchange. So we're super Christian, for real. And I want to create a space where my son feels welcomed and seen, and we're like cousins, spiritual cousins. So same God, Allah is what the Christians call God in Islamic countries. Arabic. Whew, brain is not braining. Yeah, Allah is like the Arabic name for God. So I think American Christians be like, ooh, Allah, what you trying to say? But it's the same. It's just a word. Some of y'all need to be delivered. That's all I gotta say. But because I'm on this fast, when you fast, you start hearing things. You start seeing things. And I don't mean of the variety that will land you in my office. I'm a psychiatrist, I'm talking about the spiritual vision and the spiritual hearing that happens when you fast. The Lord will show you things about yourself, show you things about your family, show you things about people in your sphere of influence, and then it's up to you what you're gonna do with it. So I guess the Lord decided that I needed to be more humble. I think I'm humble enough. I might. Okay, no, I'm lying. Humble's not a word I would use to describe myself. I'm confident, self-assured, and maybe I've got an overdeveloped sense of personal capacity, for sure, because I be overestimating what stuff takes all the time, okay? And humble. I don't think anyone's ever been like, you know what, Dr. Ren, she's humble. And I think we have issue even with the word, because it kind of makes you think somebody who's weak or not sure of themselves comes off as humble. But I know some humble people who are really admirable. And it's admirable because it's they really know what they're doing, but they're never throwing it in your face. Never out with it. Good morning. How you doing? And it's like kind of a cool type of power to be humble in that way. Like, I'm not going to throw my credentials in your face, but I really know what I'm talking about. You know who else was humble? Jesus was humble. So I've been meditating on a situation, a couple situations that really kind of stir the anger fire in me. And I was talking to my friend about this the other day because I think I'm a hothead. I mean, I wrote a whole devotion book about Before I Speak, which will be coming out in paperback very, very soon. It's available now on Amazon, Kindle edition. But I definitely want you to get the paperback. So I have a whole devotion book about my little fiery tongue. But I'm a hothead. Jesus is definitely not hothead. So I've been kind of feeling convicted about this. But then I learned about the sons of thunder, which I should look up what their names are. They were the sons of Zebedee. Can't remember their names. Can you name the 12 apostles? I can't. Can you name the 12 disciples? How many? Put it in the comments and don't cheat. How many do you know? Some of them we don't even know anything about. So the sons of Zebedee were fishermen, and there was like two groups of fishermen, and Jesus just came by, dropped everything, and followed him. And these were in a boat with their dad, Zebedee, and they got up and left. And so they're cited as the sons of thunder. And then elsewhere in the scripture, there was something that went down, and they're like, hey, you want to bring down fire from heaven? So I was like, oh, these are my people. Yeah, these are because I'm like, Jesus had to have homies that were like spicy. He had to have somebody in it. I was like, yo, Jesus, what's wrong with people? Why they don't believe you? Why? I mean, don't they see what we see? How they gonna roll up on you like that and try to trick you? Don't they know who you are? He had to have hype men like that. But the scriptures do not dedicate a large portion of time. However, the little scripture about the sons of thunder, talking about, yo, you want me to rain down fire from heaven? That's my clue. So I feel like I'm a daughter of thunder in that variety. Good morning. And so I felt a little better about my spicy ways. And I'm sure Jesus was like, chill. It's all good. They're blind. It's okay. It's all part of God's plan. So, circling back to the life application. In my life, I've been in a situation which I can't describe in detail because this is a public channel. And you never know who's stalking you, okay? You never know who gonna hop up in a public page and be seeing what you're doing. So let me just say I'm in a situation where I find myself not being listened to in an area for which I really know what I'm talking about. A lot. Like, this happens often, regularly, in different contexts, in the same setting. And it really kind of pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. And, but as I thought about it some more, I was like, okay, what's really happening here? And, they're about to film something on my street. I could be nosy. Let me be nosy. I feel nosy today. Plus, I went on a different route, so I'm gonna be nosy. I don't know how you live in a house with children that you can keep clean enough that you can have movie people recording in your house. I don't know that life. That is not my calling, not my assignment. Anyhow, so what's happening here? What was happening here was my ego was getting triggered all these times. And I already know I've been called to pour out my ego every day. So I think there's like, you know how you have like something, like a pump for lotion, you get down to the bottom, but there's still some stuff in here. You gotta like turn it upside down to get the rest out. This is what's happening. So Lord's like, I also had long decided I'm not gonna pray struggle away. Like if I'm in like a storm or test, trust that God probably wanted that to go down. So like, okay, God's got me in this situation where this repeatedly comes up and I'm still experiencing it, which means I'm not getting the lesson from it. What is the lesson? Pour out your ego. That little drop over there, that one too. Yep, scrape the sides down. So that was my revelation, that I needed to have my ego be put in check. See all these, that's what I mean. They're recording some type of show, movie, something at this house, and I'm gonna be nosy and let you see. It's a nice house. And I wonder how much you get paid for stuff like that. It's like not a bad deal if you can figure out how to have a life that will let people all up in their house. There's like 30 people up in there. I'm gonna see if I can be nosy and let you see all the people coming in and out. Good morning. It's like, good morning. I'm nosy. I'm not nosy neighbor. I'm gonna be the one that knows what's going on now. It's my hood over here. Gotta protect my people. Anyhow, so the Lord is still doing a work in me, friends, saints, and is calling me to pour out every last drop of my ego every single day. So I get all fired up about it. I thought I poured myself out. I was talking to a friend, got all fired up again. Okay, so now I'm chill with it, because I did, for the most recent situation, say what I had to say and move on. But that's one of my goals. One of my resolutions is to not get ego triggered when people, good morning, people question my authority, my expertise. And here's why. Jesus was questioned so many times. He was questioned often in area. I mean, he was like literally God. But even if you don't believe that, he was like a pretty solid rabbi, teacher. He knew the word and stuff. People questioned him, and they doubted him, and they ridiculed him. And he was always chill about it, never spicy. So it's my resolution. And I'm pretty sure God's going to give me another opportunity to practice this. And pretty sure my first reaction is going to be wanting to pop off. But just like the Lord has delivered me from losing my caca as a mother, I used to lose my caca on the regular. Now I'm like Proverbs 31, patient, loving, all that with the kids, even when they acting crazy. Yesterday, Josiah didn't want to get dressed. He didn't want to put his shoes on. He didn't want to put a seatbelt on. I was like, well, guess what? We rolling out. You gonna roll out with socks on? You gonna risk your life in the seat without no car seat on? We're rolling out, son. Not gonna fight with you. And then I think he saw that kind of twitch in his mother's eye. He got himself together. Then once we got to the school, he was like real sweet. So the Lord has helped me to, in that regard. So I know the Lord's going to help me become more humble. I don't know why. This is my calling. Maybe the Lord is planning to elevate me to a place that would blow my head up. I don't know. So I'm just receiving. Wow. Sorry. I haven't been down the street in a long time. It's right behind my street, and they took out like all the trees on this house. They must have taken a house down and put this one up here. Wow. I don't like this. I'm not gonna lie. Skylights, I'm sure, are cute, but and this privacy fence, it's unnecessary. I don't know what y'all are trying to do here. I don't like it. But it's not my street, so I don't care. It's a lot of very large homes hidden around here. Let me see what else I need to share with y'all. I'm at 25 minutes, so I hope you listen to me at like fast speed. I know my sister likes to listen to me at regular speed. But anyway, be blessed. That's all I have to say. I think I covered everything. Well, at least the things that have been on my mind since I last came on the Soul Steps. I am going to be transitioning to a podcast. Don't know when, because God is also, you know what God's doing to me too? Giving me things and telling me to hold on to them and not release them. I'm a doer. I'm an earth horse. That's my Chinese zodiac says. Lord's like, okay, well, I'm Lord of the Chinese zodiac too. And I said, wait, yeah, that's a great idea. I didn't tell you to run with it. So in the collaborative manifestation season that I'm in, Lord says, okay, gave me the whole name, concept, my co-host, everything. And then he was like, chill on that. So to see when it's going to come out, it's going to be so dope because we have conversations about these topics and they're just so vibrant. It's going to be great. And so that'll be coming soon. So I don't know. I'm still going to come on Soul Steps every now and then. But that's what I got going. I got this neighbor back here I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm going to stop and talk with him. But I want to tell you to remember to move your body with love and intention today. And remember that I love you. Bye.